Successful entrepreneurs are almost always driven by a very simple rule: they do not take no for an answer. It takes a relentless forward drive to build a business from scratch, but that drive constantly runs into external friction. Every day, you have to determine the exact price and terms at which you buy or sell materials, and you have to close high-stakes deals with important customers. Friction exists internally as well. You are constantly setting budgets and supervising the staff responsible for doing the work properly, often across entirely different departments. Whether you are finalizing a massive supplier contract or just persuading an internal team to work with you instead of against you, you are facing the exact same challenge. You need to secure a functional working agreement with other people. If you land on a weak agreement, it will eventually break down. It brings constant aggravation into both your business operations and your personal life. On the other hand, strong agreements help you reach and even exceed your own objectives, while providing mutual satisfaction to everyone involved. Reaching that ideal state always starts at a baseline level we call intent. This is simply the moment when two parties recognize a shared, unformalized desire to do business together. But intent alone won't build a business. Without a tactical mechanism to pull that raw desire into a binding, strong agreement, that shared interest is practically useless. That tactical mechanism, the essential step that precedes any formal agreement, is effective negotiation. This flowchart lays out the chronological roadmap. Start with intent, negotiate to an MOU, and then an MOA. In that first phase, your goal is to bridge the gap between raw intent and a Memorandum of Understanding, or MOU. But before you even step into the room for that first conversation, you have an absolute prerequisite. You must get all your facts verified. If you try to negotiate without knowing your own data and researching the other party in advance, the resulting MOU will be built on assumptions, guaranteeing the deal will eventually collapse. Once your facts are locked in, you need to establish your positioning. This means visibly projecting confidence at the table and clearly understanding the foundation of your own power base. You also have to look outward, actively identifying and utilizing any hidden leverage you might hold with the opposing party. Many people assume this leverage is meant to force the other side's hand, but strong negotiation is never about dictating your terms to the room. The actual mechanism that moves a deal forward is clear communication designed to build a win-win strategy. By prioritizing active communication over rigid dictation, you create the exact catalyst needed to pull two parties with competing interests together into a collaborative, functional MOU. With the MOU in place, you enter the final phase of the deal lifecycle, transitioning to a binding Memorandum of Agreement, or MOA. Here, you finalize complex contract details and break any serious impasses that still threaten a deal. Reaching this MOA marks the creation of a strong agreement, a partnership built to exceed your objectives while providing mutual satisfaction to all parties. At this point, the focus has to shift away from the single transaction. You must always think in terms of a long-term relationship. This life cycle, from the first spark of intent to the final MOA, creates the foundational network of strong relationships that separates an entrepreneur's long-term success from failure.